Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up your CoinsKid crew. Thank you to each and every single one of you for everything that you do. Okay, so right now Bitcoin is retracing. Okay, and hopefully we can put in a beautiful double bottom here, as we did on this. Because like I said to you, when you got overextended here from the 1618, I said you're going to retrace to a key level support, potentially putting an A, a B, and a C wave. Okay, which you've done. It looks like you've done an ABC, and then you're going to come up, create a higher low, and at that point you're going to create a beautiful W bottom. You know, ascending triangle, break a level resistance. And you're looking to go long, pretty much mirroring what you did here in this correction in September. You know, this is just a short version before you break the resistance, and then you're gone basically. So, you know, just like down here, when you broke out this W bottom, that was really bullish for Bitcoin. You know, you come down in your A, your B, and your C, then you just picked up, you ran into a level resistance, created a beautiful double bottom, and basically an ascending triangle. You broke the resistance, and you put in an impulsive wave. Okay, so just here, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Right now, you've come up, you've created that level of resistance, you're looking for support, coming back to support, potentially creating an ascending triangle, come up, break that level of resistance right there, and that is where Bitcoin is going to, you know, rally and pump basically. So this here as well is doing something very similar to a previous break of the all-time high as well, because at the moment you're actually below the all-time high. If we do this, okay, drop that in like that, you can see that that is primarily where a level of resistance is when you started to roll down here. That was your B wave high resistance. Do you see that? Which was the previous high of the open and the close of the previous local high just there, the previous all-time high, sorry. So you got a little bit overextended. You've come back for support and you're coiling up under this. Okay, you're coiling up under this, supported by the 20 EMA, which is really bullish. Like I said to you, if you're holding the 20 EMA on any time frame, that's really bullish. And this is a daily, so it's got more substance moving forward. So, you know, worst case scenarios, we come down here. Best case scenario, not worst case scenario, best case scenario, we're looking for a bullish scenario, obviously, aren't we? We want the market to be bullish, but there's no guarantees in this space, as you're aware. So if we hold this 20 right here, this could be a beautiful little level of support, start to come up, you break that, you're gone, okay? You're looking at a test of that white line. Okay, so for me, that is a massive level of resistance right there for Bitcoin in itself. You know, once you break that, but you will be breaking it because you'll be in a technical target from this break of this level of resistance of an ascending triangle and essentially a double bottom pattern. Okay, so for me, once you do come up and break that just there, that's extremely bullish for Bitcoin, because you will be in a technical target. Essentially, you know, this is what we're looking at. You know, it's no guarantees. Remember that, there's no guarantees. You roll over here, you lose support, you're going to go short, and that's where you're going to see a technical target of 68,435. Okay, for Bitcoin. So it's doing everything it needs to do. Everything it needs to do for the continuation of the ball right here. It's retracing to a key level support, looking for continuation. Okay, but like I said to you, there's absolutely zero guarantees in this space. So for me right now, the massive base level of support for Bitcoin in this moment in time is this. Okay, if you see Bitcoin come down there and lose that, that for me is you rolling over and you're potentially coming down to a deeper retracement here, and this is just, you know, a larger ABC correction basically, like this was. Okay, so this is what we're looking for, a smaller ABC. This was a larger ABC. This was like really drawn out. This is almost a month. This has just been a couple of weeks, isn't it, you know, for Bitcoin. So we're looking for a low, a higher low, bounce off a key level support, start to come up, and that's where you could you know, look at a nice juicy long. So a key level support at the moment is 59704, which is the daily 20. Okay, so if it does roll over, put some cheeky bids in down there. Again, you know, use stop losses obviously, but this is a lot. This is a low right now. If you do lose that low, that's quite negative for Bitcoin in the short term. Okay, so yeah, I do think if you come back up, you hold this low, come back up, create this beautiful ascending triangle like you did here, you know, this larger one, and you broke out and you went long. And just if you do start to break 62440, you're looking at that next move up at 68270, and with that you're breaking that high. So you're actually putting in a impulsive wave off this low to this high, and you can see that pretty much that's why we've got that white line just there. Okay, but I do think in this impulsive wave that we're going to go through, once you hold this support and break these levels of resistance just there for Bitcoin, I do think that at that point, once you break that, you actually go a little bit overextended, and I do think you're looking at the two. So my forecast for Bitcoin on this next impulsive break of this high, once you see 6700 67011 broken, okay, I do think you're going to march to all these fibs. Okay, but I am looking at the two being met this time at 79438 per Bitcoin. Okay, so yeah, we'll cross cross that bridge when we come to it, but it's looking geared up for it basically, you know, and I'm going to show you something in a moment. There's a couple of things I want to show you, you know, that we're looking at. So yeah, it needs to hold this support. This is your technical low that I don't want to see loss of Bitcoin. If you do start to see it lose that, then you know it's going to go down, isn't it? And, you know, and hopefully bounce off this swing high here around about 52938. That would be a technical support for me, as well as the 55 EMA. Okay, so it's gearing up, it's coiling up. Okay, it's just a smaller version of this, and I did say that to you when we was up here overextended and rolling, because just here I did give you this technical target. Okay, let me show you for those of you who are new to the channel. So when you moved up there, okay, I gave you the 1618 and boom, it met it like a boss, okay, which is your resistance, and you got a little bit of extended, and this is where you roll back to a key level support. Do you see that? So I gave you that target, extended, support, continuation. Okay, and just like that one, I gave you the other technical target, which was from there to there. When we load out down here, and we created a new impulsive wave off this high to this low, started to come up, beautiful double bottom, broken out, boom, we got a little bit overextended from the 1618 as well at 51935. That got met. We traced to a key level support again, put in a beautiful double bottom. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 waves down, 1 2 3 4 5 waves down, high low, up we go, 1 2 3 4 5 waves down, high low, up we go. Do you see that? So it's mirroring it basically. So we're looking for a bounce off this low, and equally we're moving into November, which is a really, really bullish month. But I need to remind you, okay, nothing I say on this channel is financial advice, and nothing I do is financial advice. It's for educational and entertainment purposes only. Okay, and we could absolutely roll here and crash. We could. This is Bitcoin. This is what it does. It rug pulls. Okay, so there's no guarantees. This is why you have stop losses in your trade. So right now, for me, Bitcoin, if we look at the RSI, I'll show you something. So on the way up here, we was creating that massive monster bearish divergence. Do you remember? Okay, so we kept getting a little bit extended from this trend line, and each point of contact we did roll here for Bitcoin. You can see run into it, roll, run into it, roll, 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 and at that point we never came back up to this trend line to test as resistance. So that was your B leg high, and this was your C leg down. Okay, and with that you created that bullish divergence, because you put in a low there, and then you put in a higher low in the RSI, but a lower low in the price action. Okay, so that was a bullish divergence. At that point I said to you, look, that's your low, because you've wicked down here off this swing low, which I gave you the 28k target when we were up here. Okay, boom, target met, and then you created another beautiful little W bottom pattern. Okay, essentially a high low, and that's where you broke out. And like I said to you, look, you was coming down in the RSI, and I said to you at that point, when you break that trend line right there, that's the confirmation of an impulsive wave to the upside, and that's exactly what you got, that beautiful impulsive wave to the upside. And on the way up you were tracing, and then again you was creating a bearish divergence. Do you see that, where you're creating lower highs in the price action and higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Sorry, I'm a little bit I've got a bit of a hangover today. I was drinking heavily Friday, so yeah, I'm trying to explain this as best as I can, a bit gobbledygook, but yeah, and with that you can see again you was creating bearish divergences. Okay, and at this point here, you know, if you remember, I got relatively bullish here because we've broken out of this trend line. And like I said to you, if you're breaking out of this trend line, okay, these trend lines are really important. When you break them, you put in the confirmation of an impulsive wave to the upside. Look, so we got a little bit overextended, and this way I had that fake out, and we had the ABC correction in September, okay, which we was anticipating, to be honest with you, but it was just a little bit delayed. Okay, there was a little bit of a sort of fake out rally, you know, dragging the bulls, and then it corrected down there. Okay, with the ABC load out on, where did it low out though? It load out on this previous resistance, fallen back to it, and back tested of support for the continuation there. You look at that, absolutely golden. So that low was put in on this previous support trend line, which was previous resistance. Once you broke out of it, you fell back to support. Okay, and at that point you started to pick up again and create a beautiful double bottom, and you've broken out this previous resistance. Okay, just there you see that leg where we came up in October, we consolidated for a bit, we had sort of one little rejection, and then we exploded, and it was confirmation of the impulsive wave because we broken out this trend line in the RSI. Do you see that? So for me, what you did there was you come up and you put in that impulsive wave, and wherever you found support, you found support like you did on this previous level of resistance, back testing and turning support. You found support on this previous level of resistance, creating the bearish divergence. Do you understand that? So you're looking absolutely fantastic here for Bitcoin, providing you can hold this trend line right now in the RSI. You know, even if you roll down here, you come down, okay, and you put in a lower low on this trend line and a higher low, on the price action, that's called a bearish, hidden bullish divergence. I do apologize. Bearish. It's called a hidden bullish divergence. So it's all about the price action right now and this trend line in the RSI. If we can hold this, okay, this is really, really good. Really good. Because potentially this comes down to this trend line, makes a lower low, but this makes a higher low just here. Boom, bounce, there's your hidden bullish divergence, there's the power, and that's where you're going to get that sort of leg up right there, okay, for Bitcoin. And with that, you can see that what you're going to do here, once you start to come up, you're going to start to invalidate any further bearish divergences. Do you understand that? So let's keep an eye on this and let's see what happens with Bitcoin going forward, obviously. Now, something else that's happening that I want to draw to your attention is this particular thing here is happened before, and I'm going to show you right now, okay? So for Bitcoin, I'm going to show you the previous all-time high here for Bitcoin in, where are we? 2017, wasn't it? That blow off top. Just there, okay, so I'm going to draw a trend line on the open and close just there where you rallied and you failed to get above, okay, and you wicked above. So look at that trend line, that's your previous bull market top trend line, okay. So let's move to the right here, and then last year you can see in December what happened was we came up and we got a little bit of extended from that high and we rolled back to support. And where did we find support? On the 20 EMA. Look at that, and we create that sort of big lovely, you know, ascending triangle basically, and a key level support started to pick up. Once you broke the high, you absolutely took off, okay, and that was amazing. You broke that high and then we went, you know, a lot of people thought we were getting rejected here. We've just gone above a little bit and we're going to fall down and into the bear right there, okay. I remember it all really, really well. So yeah, you basically just had a little fake out above the high, come back down, found support and broke out. And look at the immense power once you broke that high, okay, look at that. So right now I think that you're doing exactly the same here for Bitcoin, okay. This particular white line here is the previous all-time high. It was set way back in April, okay. So you got your open, your close just there, and you got your close and your open, I do apologize, and you got your wick above like the previous bull market top, and right now you've sort of rallied into it, okay, and you've come back up and down. Basically you've had a little fake out above and you're rolling back, and where are you finding support? You're finding support on the 20, and you're essentially creating another little beautiful ascending triangle holding a key level support. And once you break out here, this is where you can see an explosion for Bitcoin. So you're sort of mirroring the previous all-time high of the bull market retest last December. Do you get what I mean? So this obviously was the previous all-time high this year that we put in, and right now this particular event here is mirroring what you did last December just here, okay. So basically it's coiling up, you know, it's finding the power. And another thing I want to show you whilst I've got your attention just here is the level in the RSI just here, okay. So if we look at the RSI, this was the low that you put in the RSI, okay, just there. Do you see that wick down? So that was your low in this ABC correction, and you start to pick up, you broke out of that, and then you were gone. Look at that power, okay. So look at the RSI just there, okay. So that level was around about 50. We're going to drop a horizontal line in there. That level was around about 50, 44. So if we move to the right now, okay, you can see pretty much we're almost there. So if we do roll over right here and we do put in this hidden bullish divergence, okay, and we bounce off that sort of trend line, hold this trend line support that we've broken through and fallen back to a support, that could be an optimal entry point here for Bitcoin moving forward. And that could be your low that you're looking for, and that power, because you're breaking out, you know, you're mirroring a previous break of an all-time high like you are here basically. So that's a little bit of an update for you on Bitcoin today. I hope you enjoyed that update, and I hope I could explain myself properly. I've got a bit of a hangover. It's one of them nasty ones, isn't it? So, and equally, you know, if you roll over, you need to hold this high. A massive, you know, one of the biggest levels of support for me is this. If you ever see Bitcoin come down to 39720, for me that's your bear market confirmation right there, okay. But you know, you're looking coiling up basically for continuation of the trend which you are in. You're in a bull market, okay. Take care everyone. Back soon with another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.